I was born in Glasgow, bred in Glasgow, school in Glasgow, uni in Glasgow, and continue to live here. I'm Natasha Raskin Sharp. I studied the history of art and French here at Glasgow. Today I'm an auctioneer and valuer and TV and radio broadcaster too. I've never been to the principal's lodgings. I'm really privileged to be back here today in such a beautiful setting. I did know once I graduated that I wanted to enter the world of art and antiques. I just didn't quite know how I was going to do it. I had no idea I would end up in an auction house. I had absolutely no idea that whilst working there, I would be asked to do a little bit of work for the YouTube channel for the auction house, and that very soon afterwards I would receive a call to say, do you fancy coming on the daytime favourite bargain hunt? Working in television is wonderful. I mean, there is, as far as I'm concerned, in my experience, no more fun way of making a living, because you have absolutely no idea what you'll be doing from day to day. I am lucky enough to appear currently on the Antiques Road Trip, on Bargain Hunts, on Flog, and I just really enjoy every single one of those because they all provide something different. I'm really lucky to get to do what I do because the variety is just incredible. Genuinely don't know where you're going on the Antique Road Trip. Everyone thinks that we do. Everyone thinks we've probably phoned the antique shop in advance and said, reserve me something great. We get told the vague location. There is the real thrill of never knowing what you're going to find. But we take the time and the effort and we scour, and usually we find something. In my final year of university here, I remember being incredibly surprised because our teacher in the history of the art department said everybody has the opportunity to travel if they want to for their dissertation, because there was a great endowment. Somebody had left the history of art department a beautiful, big, bountiful fund and just couldn't make it up. I spent a summer in New York, so I was in Met and I was in the Frick. And the reason why I think this was sort of a career-defining moment is that I was asked to value a collection in Edinburgh, and I couldn't quite believe what I was looking at. So he showed me around and I noted this pastel drawing on the wall. And I said to him, you've not asked me to look at this. And he said, oh, that's a nothing. I took it off the wall and I turned it around. And what I really wanted to see was a label that meant that I could say this is by an artist called Lyotard, Jean-Etienne Lyotard. And Lyotard was Swiss. And on the back was a label for an art gallery in Geneva. It's serious money. The reason I know that is because there was something almost identical in the Frick collection that I was studying so regularly during my travels, which were only made possible by the history of art department. I would never have known. Really pro internship because the experiences that you can gain are just incredible. I think that if you enter into an institution, be it a small business or a big corporation, if you can make an impression, if you show initiative and you show interest, if you're lucky enough, try and encourage you to come and work at that company. And I know that they're quite controversial because so often they're unpaid. And I've never had the luxury of doing an internship. I've done 5. Without having to work at least one other job at the same time. I don't love the fact that they're not paid most of the time. They don't come with a pay packet, but they can come with some serious advantages. It's really hard doing any freelance job now that I have a kid. The very first thing that I did after Jean was born, work-wise, was my radio show, which is weekly 10 p.m. till midnight. At that point, I was very used to being up all night, but it still felt really nerve-wracking going back into the studio. But I have to say I'm pleased that I did it. It's a really fun experience having the baby on the road. It's getting increasingly tricky. So I think those days might be coming to an end, but I have to say I will hold them fondly in my heart for years and years to come. Anyone who's interested in art, antiques, objet d'art, interior design, anything creative like that, I cannot recommend more highly working in an auction house. If you want to handle objects and get to know how they feel. Cannot tell you how hands-on these places are. They are brilliant if you show willing. And yes, it is the sort of environment in which you have to stretch yourself. You might find yourself working way after the door has been locked to the public, but it really pays off. Obviously, Glasgow University, you receive a world-class education no matter what you're studying. But studying history of art here at the university, where on your doorstep you also have the Hunterian, not just museum, but the art gallery as well. I mean, I felt as though you could finish a lecture in the basement of the Hunterian and then walk upstairs and then go and actually study paintings by artists about whom you had just learned. We're so lucky to have those institutions here on University Avenue. The History of Art degree from Glasgow University certainly gave me an incredible foundation when I was lucky enough to step up to the head of the art department, head of pictures. I really felt I was able to speak to clients with knowledge and with some sort of foundation that I really don't think I would have had otherwise. The university has really afforded me some great experiences.